Joining us once again is Ambassador Susan Rice, who was President Obama's national security advisor, former U.S. ambassador to the UN. Let me ask you, looking at the way that the first impeachment hearing went, looking ahead tomorrow to Marie Yovanovitch, who's going to be testifying tomorrow in the second public hearing, I wonder, as somebody who's been in the crosshairs of not only partisan attacks, but real conservative media concerted attacks on you over the course of your career, and it's one of the things you write really eloquently about in your book, I wonder how you feel about these career civil servants, foreign service officers, nonpartisan officials, people who are not as high profile as you, people who are not super high-level political appointees, people who are doing their jobs, having the spotlight on them the way they do right now. I mean, in one sense, it's heartening because they're telling the truth and they are being brave and they're showing America what it is to do that kind of work. On the other hand, the spotlight and the crosshairs on them has got to be scary.
It's got to be scary. It is scary, and it's outrageous, and it's despicable. These are civil servants, career foreign service officers, career intelligence officers, career military officers who have signed up to serve their country for modest pay because they care about the national interest. They've sworn an oath to the Constitution. They're committed to defending it. And, you know, all things being equal, none of them would ever want to be a household name. And here they are, being publicly and consistently targeted by the President of the United States. They have bullseyes on their back because the commander-in-chief put them there. It's absolutely outrageous. These are not political appointees. And even when it happens to political appointees, as has happened to me, it's often dishonest and extremely unfair. In this case, these are career civil servants who faithfully served Democratic and Republican administrations for years and done it with professionalism and patriotism. And now their integrity is being impugned, their whole careers are being maligned, and they continue to come forward and tell the truth. What I hope comes out of this, Rachel, is that the American people understand how incredibly committed and intelligent and talented and professional the people who work in the U.S. government are. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, these are the people who keep our country humming on a daily basis.
When you see, I mean, we saw the public smear campaign against Ambassador Yovanovitch, who's going to testify tomorrow. We're seeing the ongoing smear campaigns against Colonel Alexander Vindman.
Purple Heart.
A Purple Heart veteran, combat veteran. And when you talk about their bravery and their commitment, I hear you. I also wonder, as a structural matter, having had all the different kinds of jobs you've had in the government, if you feel like there is something we can do to avoid the kind of chilling effect that these attacks on these kind of people is going to have on the civil service, on military officers, on anybody in public service, to know that you might have to walk through this kind of fire just to do your job and just to tell the truth. Can we make up any of that ground again?
Well, first of all, it's never been the case before, and hopefully it won't be the case in the future. I do think and want to believe that in this regard, what we've seen out of Trump and this administration is an aberration. We've never seen civil servants and career officials personally targeted in this way. But the other thing that gives me hope is the fact that they do continue to be honest, to tell the truth, to take great risks. And they're being rewarded in the sense that I think many Americans understand now just how committed and dedicated these people are. And so they've earned our gratitude and respect. And in some ways, I think that may empower people who are continuing to try to serve despite these extraordinary difficult conditions.
They're certainly creating a sense of sort of civic role models in a way that we didn't know we need to have. But
look, public service is extraordinarily rewarding. Even if, like me, you've had a few knives in your back along the way. There's no greater honor than serving your country and working with smart people. And now we have a president who's making it extremely difficult. But these people have served long enough to know that this is not the way it's supposed to be, and hopefully not the way it will long be.
Susan Rice, former national security advisor and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. The new book is Tough Love, My Story of the Things Worth Fighting For. Great to have you here.
Good to see you. Thanks so much.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thanks.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.